down here all the time when we were kids, just to hang out. Oh, we'd make up all these stories about all the different ships out in the harbor. This is paradise.
Isn't it? I remember John telling me stories at the party.
Oh, yes, John loves to tell his stories. And to think I almost didn't go. I might never met you.
Well, I'm sure glad you were there. Look, let's go back to my place, have a glass of wine on the deck, make up stories. What do you say?
Oh, it sounds lovely. But I can't.
You really gotta go.
I really do. It's just so darn busy in the summer, and I've got this conference coming up, and I've got to go home and get ready for tomorrow morning. Oh, you understand that?
I guess so. These last few months have been so wonderful. I hate it when the weekends end. Look, why don't you get off early next Friday? I'll cook dinner. We can plan something special for the weekend. What do you say?
Sounds like a lot of fun. I'll try, but no promises.
All right, really try.
I will try. But I've got to get going now. So, you want to ride?
No, I'm just going to stay here for a bit and then walk back.
Okay, well, I'll see you Friday.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Love you. Is that you, Claire?
Oh, honey, I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, that bridge traffic was horrendous.
That's Friday bridge traffic.
Oh, I know, but I just can't help it. Oh, Friday nights are always so busy.
Well, yes, but
But what?
you could transfer to the North Shore office.
And do what? Oh, Henry, are we going to have this conversation again? Look, my office handles over 100 homeless cases. Just how many homeless people do you think there are here in West Vancouver?
Well, I know there are some here. I see one every day when I walk in the park.
What? Geez, Henry, does that spoil your ocean view?
Oh, come on, Claire. Now you're being melodramatic.
What? Melodramatic?
All I'm saying, spend all your time and energy on these hopeless cases. And
Hopeless? It takes a lot of time and energy to build a relationship with my clients. I can't just walk away because it's more convenient to be on this side of the bridge.
look, I didn't mean to get into this. I do understand that your clients are important to you. But we have a relationship too. And it's important. And it's real.
Okay, real. So what in God's name is a real relationship?
Well, it's a committed, intimate one between two equals.
Equals. So what makes two individuals equal? They both drive BMWs and wear designer suits?
Walk away. That's great. Whatever happened to let's just talk about this.
Okay, you win. But I'm warning you, this is the last time I'm going to have this conversation with you. Come on, sit down.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Henry, working with these people matters to me. Are the relationships equal? Well, no, not if we're measuring education or health or having a fucking roof over your head. But yes, they are equal and very real if we're measuring human worth.
Don't lecture me about relationships. Remember, I was happily married for over 30 years before Nancy died.
Let me finish. None of these people started out wanting to live in a doorway on Hastings Street when they grew up.
Of course not.
You don't know anything about these people, Henry. They all wanted just what you wanted. To be loved, to be cared for, and to be successful. But somewhere along the line, life took a sharp turn. You know, mental illness, poverty, drug abuse. Well, it all sucks. But sometimes, just sometimes, I can make a difference. Oh, what is it that you don't get about this, Henry?
I get it, Claire. Your work the people that you deal with are important to you. But be fair, I worked hard to be successful. All I want is for us to be happy and not have a job come between us.
Look at you, Henry. You married your high school sweetheart. You were happily married for over 30 years. You built up a successful business, one that you inherited from your father, and then you retired early and rich.
Well, you certainly enjoyed it as much as I have.
Oh, your storybook life. That's what's not real in this day and age. What do you know about what's real anyway? This? Or this? I'm going home.
Damn it. Claire!
Oh.
What you looking at, mister?
Nothing. Sorry. It's just your shoes. That's all. I'm a shoe man.
A shoe man? What? Oh my God, you mean you like to do it with shoes? Weirdo, eh?
No! No! Actually, miss, I mean, I used to sell shoes for a living, so I notice shoes. That's all.
Oh, a shoe salesman. Well, that's much more respectable, isn't it? So, Mr. Shoe Man, what do you think of these gems? They're Reebok lifestyle classics.
I know that. Well, I think they're very well made for the price.
Well, the price certainly was right. Picked these up for a song in the bin behind a fancy-dancy shoe store downtown. Hey, maybe it was your shoe store.
I don't think so. I wonder why they throw them out.
You wonder, do you? Well, mister, you might be a rich shoe salesman, but you sure are dumb. Here's how it works. The kid stole the shoes, put them in her knapsack probably, then tossed them in the bin when the clerk followed her out of the store, the other clerk having already called the cops.
Really?
Oh, honey, don't sweat it. Been doing it all my life.
Doing what all your life?
Missing the obvious.
Oh, yes. That can be perturbing. Well, you certainly have excellent taste in discarded shoes. And your clothes, that scarf, is very becoming for a moment. I mean,
I have good taste? Oh my God, you're hysterical! I took them because they didn't have any holes in them and they were free, not because they matched my ensemble.
there I go, missing the obvious again. Oh, I'm Henry.
I'm Polly.
Polly, nice to meet you. You don't hear that name much anymore.
No, except for parakeets, which clearly I am not. My mother had a wicked sense of humor, amongst other things, so I've been told.
I was wondering, and I see you here every day, so I was wondering, tell me to run my business.
Would you please just spit it out?
Okay. Where do you sleep at night?
Well, what do you know? Personal question about my private affairs. Oh, I really am shocked. And what a bold, come on.
I didn't mean, I'm sorry. It's just, I
Oh,
clearly,
take it easy, I'm pulling your leg.
you're teasing.
Yes?
I'm really bad at knowing when people are kidding. Always have been. So where do you sleep?
Oh, you know, most nights I sleep in the basement room in the Unitarian church down the block.
Well,
Yeah, I've been doing that on and off for over a year or so. The only stipulation is I can't go there till 9:30 at night, and I got to be out by 7:30 in the morning.
a church basement. Well, I'm glad you have a roof over your head. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, Henry.
Well, I gotta run.
You got to get some use out of those fancy walking shoes of yours, eh?
Exactly. You have a good day.
You too, King Henry. Oh, And say hi to Queen Anne for me.
Hey, getting some jam ups coming down Georgia as well. That's just some volume. Over in South Surrey, still seeing some delays from Progressive Road if you're heading east.
Come in, Claire. What? I called your office, told you were away at a conference.
Yeah, I just got back yesterday. I just came over to get my bike, but that damn garage door is locked as usual.
I could have arranged to bring it to you, and what's wrong with locking a garage with a BMW inside?
Oh, Henry, will you stop being so bloody defensive all the time?
I could have dropped it off at your place.
Oh, well, I was on my way to follow up with a client anyway. So what, are you annoyed because I came over without calling first?
Of course not. It's just
Just what?
I miss you, and now here you are. Look, can we talk?
No, not now. I've got to get going. Just open the garage.
Hey, you two! Claire! I thought I saw you standing. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
Oh, John, I'm fine. I guess Henry hasn't told you, eh?
Told me what? Henry doesn't tell me anything. You tell me.
Well, Henry and I'm gonna let Henry tell you. I've got to go. I'm gonna be late for my appointment.
Claire, I'll call you.
Henry, old boy, what's going on?
I wish I knew.
Oh, look, everybody has a lover's quarrel now and again. What brought this on? I told you my cousin can be temperamental. Give her time, she'll get over it. Oh, yes. It's going to look fantastic there. Absolutely. Perfect. So, okay, tell me, what's going on?
Perfect. John, slow down. I'm not following you. What are you talking about?
Well, that painting I told you about, you remember? You better get over there before it's gone. Never mind about that now. Look, about you and Claire.
I really don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you know talking about it is the best way to be objective. That's how to solve problems. God. I mean, Lord knows I've had my share of relationship problems. I get over them, talk them out, work them through. It's just a question of listening and understanding to another point of view. That's all.
I see. That's simple, huh?
Yeah, well, look, I just want to help you guys, that's all. Oh, yeah, look, and you wouldn't even have to change the color of the wall. Okay. What set you guys off?
God, you're not going to let go of this, are you?
No.
Well, it's the same old story. Her work. I think she spends too much time and energy on her job. Can't keep it in perspective. Leave it behind her when she gets home at night. I don't understand. Relationships shouldn't be this complicated.
Tell me about it. I just spent the weekend with Bill and his friend. Huh. Never mind that now. Maybe Claire just finds it frustrating, not really finding much satisfaction with her job. I mean, let's face it, most of these people she deals with are pretty hopeless cases. Maybe you just need to cut her a bit of slack here.
You could be right.
Henry, what are you staring at?
Nothing. Really. I was just thinking of Claire's work with homeless people, and I thought of Polly.
Who's Polly?
That lady who sits in the park.
What, that homeless person? What's she got to do with anything?
Well, I go by there every day on my walk, and sometimes I stop and talk to her.
Oh, well, this is very interesting. It's not like you at all. What brought this on? Chatting on the street to a homeless person? Is this some kind of relationship therapy? Are you really trying to find out what Claire has to deal with? Very commendable of you, I must say. So, how's it working for you?
Oh, you're Dr. Phil now, are you? It has nothing to do with Claire. I simply happened to stop one day and started chatting. But don't get excited. I changed my routine and I don't go that way anymore.
Yeah, just as well. But I think Claire might be impressed with the way that you seem to have a better understanding of the kind of work that she does. Who knows? Maybe she'll be able to help that poor woman. But you know, you and Claire, you're both smart people. You'll figure this out. You'll be back together in no time.
Well, maybe. I sure hope so.
Hey, look, I've got an idea. Let's get Madge to throw a homeless benefit for the West Vancouver homeless lot. You know, any excuse for one of their soirees. $100, we can have good food, good drinks, a fun time. What do you think? That'll really impress Claire.
I told you I am not trying to impress Claire. Where do you come up with these ideas? Anyway, I'm going for my walk.
Yeah, okay, I gotta go too. But, you know, I can talk to Claire if you want. And I may talk to Madge, who knows?
Just stay out of it, okay?
Okay. Just trying to help. But, you know, I will talk to Madge. Just in case. See ya. Oh, Henry, don't forget that painting.
Remember Henry, guys? He's a nice man. Likes to take long walks. I haven't known him for very long, but long enough to know he's a man with a secret. I suspect it's a woman, but I'm not sure. Another thing I'm not sure about is why he's been avoiding me. You see, we got into the habit of chatting, and then one morning he just stopped stopping by. Now, I, of course, have my suspicions, but suspicions are just that, and really, who am I to judge? My suspicion is that he's ashamed to be seen with me. You see, Henry likes respectable women, women who get their nails painted and wear designer jeans and high-heel shoes.
That's right, Polly. You nailed me. So, what happened to you?
Excuse me?
I mean, how come you're always here, you know?
Are you asking why I don't live in a house on the hill instead of making my home, for the most part, here in the park?
I guess it's rude of me. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm so curious, you know? You're clearly smart and resourceful.
So what went wrong? Well, life happened. The details don't really matter much, do they? What's really important is that right now, you and I are sitting here, feeding the crows together.
Polly, if you're ever in any kind of trouble, you know, some kind of emergency, and you have no one else to turn to, you can call me.
Look, Henry, feeding the crows together and talking with a halfway intelligent person is more than adequate, believe me. Do not treat me like a fucking charity case.
I'm not, really. It's just I've never known anyone who lived on the street, and I always figured anybody who did would be crazy. And then I meet you, and you're not crazy, and you even seem contented. I just find it amazing. I guess I was just trying to reach out, but clearly in the wrong way, as usual.
It's okay, Henry. I am a little bit crazy, but only sometimes, and lately, I've been pretty good. I'm also, as you say, resourceful, and I chose this life. So I don't appreciate middle-class white guys sticking their noses in my private business under the pretext of helping.
Okay, we'll just sit here together and feed the crows.
Why did you stop and talk to me that first morning after walking by me for weeks as if I were invisible?
I guess it was your shoes. They reminded me of my first pair of fancy runners.
You're gonna have to do better than that.
Well, It probably had something to do with a fight I had with my girlfriend too.
Aha, a woman. And what did you fight about?
Nothing really, it was just a stupid argument about her work.
I see, and what kind of work does she do?
Well, if you must know, and let me say I think you're being very nosy yourself. She works for street people.
Street people? Like what?
Yes, like you, in some ways.
You argued about her work with street people.
Look, I'd really rather not talk about it if you don't mind.
Oh, okay, I get it. We're setting boundaries now. Okay, I can respect that.
I know this is probably a stupid question, but what exactly do you mean by boundaries?
Oh, that's just shrink talk for minding your own business and being, of course, socially appropriate.
So, if I was to ask you about your experience with shrinks, that would be not having boundaries, right?
Very clever. My shrink would say it is my job to set the boundaries. Apparently, people are allowed to ask all kinds of very snoopy questions, and it is up to the questionee to decide which questions she wants to answer based on the intimacy level of the relationship in question.
Intimacy level?
Now, if you happen to be a shrinko, well, then you can ask all kinds of intimate questions any time of the night or day, and the patient is obliged to answer them in great detail. So really, the whole boundary thing is probably just a big farce manufactured by psychiatry to keep them in control and us working damn hard to hold on to who we really are.
Well, I don't have a lot of...
Now, I have to go. I have one of those appointments in about a half an hour, so gotta be on my way.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, okay then. Well, guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Hope so.
Just one more question. Could you tell me how all this happened? Prison? That must have been hard for her. Well, thank you so much for telling me. Yes, I will see you Friday. Goodbye.
Oh, Henry, nice to see you, buddy. How's things?
Things are fine. Well, I've been worried about you. Been a while. Glad you're back. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm fit as the proverbial fiddle.
The social worker called me about helping find you a more permanent place to stay.
Henry, haven't we already had the discussion about your neurotic need to help when no help is needed?
Polly, the social worker said that you asked for my help.
You gotta be kidding. Oh, my sweet man. You have already helped me sufficiently just by giving me your card, which hastened my release from that wacko psych ward.
I told him you could stay in my guest room, temporarily, until you found a place at a group home.
I am touched, really, but this is my guest room right here in the park with the crows. And I have no intention of ever living in any fucking group home. Shit, I can't even stand in shelters where you're almost anonymous, let alone a place where everyone knows everything about you. And no thanks.
But surely they don't need to know everything about you. The social worker said you just had to fill out a form and she would sign it.
Henry, Are you aware that in order to even apply to such a place, I have to consent to the release of all my health records to the housing provider? Do you have any idea what that means?
I guess not. No, not really.
No, of course you don't. You control your life. You don't have a file a mile long filled with all kinds of personal information that any menial government official in any office in the country can access at any time. But I do.
Well, what will I tell them when they find out you're not even looking for a place to live?
Good God, you think they're actually going to follow up? Not a chance. All they want is to be rid of me and my big mouth so they can document in the transition planning section of their precious charts that they organized appropriate community supports before releasing me, so their work is done. And so is yours. And I thank you.
Okay, no group home. But will you at least tell me where you sleep? You don't sleep at the church.
You planning on joining me one dark and lonely night, buddy?
No, it's just that I'm curious, and as I said, I worry.
Well, God forbid you, a man who lives in a bloody mansion and who clearly has enough money in the bank to feed the starving millions, should worry. Okay, that was not fair. Go ahead, Henry. Ask me your burning questions, and I'll pretend I'm being interviewed for yet another one of those delightful documentaries about homeless people on Vancouver streets.
Okay. Well, miss, will you tell me where you sleep when you don't sleep at the church?
Well, sir, my favorite warm weather sleeping spot is Ambleside Park.
The park.
Correct.
Like, where in the park?
Well, there's a variety of options, really. In the picnic shelter behind the concession stands, inside the washroom, if I get there early enough.
I see. And could you share with our listeners why you chose that particular place for sleeping?
Excellent question. Number of reasons. Easy to get to by bus, drinking fountains, showers. You see, I'm an uncommonly fastidious homeless person. Also, it's near a bus that goes directly to the North Shore Food Depot. Shall I go on?
Oh, no, I believe that answers the question. Just a second. John,
Henry, what the hell are you doing?
nothing much, just hanging out.
Hanging out with her? Henry, what's going on?
I just try to be of some help, that's all.
Oh, geez. So you're trying to become a social worker too? You miss Claire's stories that much? Jesus Christ, Henry.
God, Henry, you are so perceptive. Oh, where are my manners? Come with me. Let me introduce you to Polly.
No, thank you very much. I gotta go. I'll see you later.
What's the joke? Must be a good one.
I don't think my friend approves of my being here.
Are you surprised?
Well, sort of. Polly, I'd like to ask you a very serious, very personal question. Well, something that's been tormenting me since I first heard it. Do you mind?
Shoot.
The social workers on the hospital told me that there had been a murder in your family when you were a child. One that was perhaps the start of your problems. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Henry. Don't be sorry. The truth is, my mother was a fucking psycho. When I was 6 years old, I saw her drown my baby brother. She died last month in prison. And now, it's over. Henry, I want to read you something that I refer to every now and then when life just seems the darkest. Okay? Ultimately, Happiness comes down to choosing between the discomfort of becoming aware of our mental afflictions and the discomfort of being ruled by them. Oh, Henry, maybe we should just feed the crows now.
I can do that.
You finally found that painting you wanted. It's gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
John spotted it at that little gallery in North Vancouver.
Oh, well, speaking of John, he called me the other day. He's concerned about you.
Really? What's got John going now? Is he still upset about you and me?
Oh, no, it's not about us. He said, and I quote, Henry's hanging out with a street person. Well,
John actually said hanging out?
yeah, I told him it was silly, but he insisted it was true.
I have no idea what John told you. I simply happened to stop on my walks and chat with Polly, that's all. That's hardly hanging out.
This isn't some kind of peculiar plan to impress me, is it?
No, it has nothing to do with you.
Come on, I don't believe you.
That's your prerogative.
Henry, what's going on?
Nothing's going on. I simply happen to enjoy stopping and chatting with Polly. We become friends of a sort.
Friends? You've become friends with a vagrant?
That's not the term I would use.
Oh, Henry, I've always found your innocence charming, but this woman is not a baby hummingbird that's fallen out of its nest. You can't nurse her back to health with an eyedropper and some sugar water. This is ridiculous. These people are dangerous.
These people?
Oh, that's not what I meant. Look, come on, let's sit down. Oh, look. People who live on the street, they don't have the same scruples that you do. You know, about lying and cheating and manipulating the system. They need professional help.
Didn't you once tell me, Claire, that inside every street person that you work with is just somebody that wants to be loved?
Well, yes, that's true, but oh, trust me, Henry, you are not equipped to have a friendship with that woman. But I still care about you, you know.
That woman has a name. Polly.
Well, Polly, fine.
Let me tell you about Polly. She's smart, she's well-read, she's witty, and she's kind. Yes, she has some mental health issues because of a childhood trauma, but I can assure you, she is not dangerous.
Childhood trauma? Where did you get that from?
I don't get it, Claire. Why are we having this argument? Why just we can't get off this subject?
Okay, look, just let me tell you my concerns, okay? And then we'll just leave it. Look, I've made some inquiries.
Really?
Yes.
About Polly?
Yes, about Polly. The Polly you know is doing very well right now. But she has a list of psychiatric diagnoses as long as her arm.
How do you know these things?
Well, a social worker that I know knows Polly.
And she told you these personal things about her?
As a colleague and a friend, when I asked about some of Polly's history, yes, she told me.
I don't get it. How would she even know who you were asking about?
Henry, there just aren't that many homeless people in West Vancouver. And there's only one known as Polly, Queen of the Amazons.
Well, isn't that a violation of her privacy?
Henry, this isn't about Polly, it's about you. I was concerned for your safety. I wanted to make sure you weren't in danger.
I don't get it, Claire. You broke up with me because I was too narrow-minded or something, and now you're trying to interfere with my friendship with one of the very people that you claim to respect so much. Don't do that, I'm not stupid.
Look, Henry, I still care about you. Can't we just put this all aside and start over?
All right, certainly better than these pointless arguments.
Well, I agree. Now, look, why don't you go for your walk? I'll stay here, I'll put the coffee on, and I'll make some lunch. What do you say?
Okay. And maybe we can make some plans for the weekend?
Yes, yes. And you're coming straight back here, right?
What do you mean? Are you telling me not to stop and talk to Polly?
Oh, yes, you know, that's what I'd hope, now that you know.
Claire, no, we are not going to agree. And no, I am not coming straight back. And when I do get back, I want you gone.
Henry! Henry! Henry!
Polly, I have something for you.
Wow. Those are just the best, Mr. Shoeman.
Lemon yellow laces for Reebok Lifestyle Classics.